All right, here for head coach Joel Taylor's weekly press conference ahead of the Week 1 matchup. The Wolves open the 2024 season. We'll let Coach Taylor start with some general comments, and then we'll open it up for questions.
What a great day. It's a great day in UWG football and UWG football's history. This first game for us is going to be an awesome game. Get a chance to play a really good team in Samford. We're excited to do that, but it's also the first Division I game here in Carrollton. So a lot of excitement going on. Had a great camp. Camp was good. Kids are excited. Just ready to get ready to go. That's about it. Questions?
Coach, give us your overall thoughts about fall camp leading up in preparation for Samford.
Yeah. I mean, fall camp, man, it was actually the shortest fall camp that we had. Fall camp was only, I guess, 9 to 10 practices. We started school pretty early, but I thought fall camp went really good. One of the biggest things I wanted to do is to get our team playing together, or getting to know one another. Just because we get guys from all over the country. We had to revamp the roster, so it's been good to kind of see those guys grow together. I think we are gelling at the right time. So I'm excited to kind of just see what those guys do. We've been kind of going against each other, for about, I guess, a month now. Now it's time to go for somebody else.
Talking about that, last week you said you wouldn't know exactly what kind of team you had until you played somebody else. What kind of things are you looking for from this first game? Yeah,
the biggest thing is, man, is how we play. I think that's huge. We want to be a tough football team, a hard-working football team. We want to outcompete. We want to be disciplined football team. All those little pieces that you want to see. You want to see a football team that you want to be proud of at the end of the day. And I think our kids are going to show that. Of course, it's going to be the first game. There's going to be a lot of excitement over the first game, right? But I want to see that continue, throughout. But I think you'll see that. Our kids are determined. I think we got kids that love the game of football. So they're going to fly around and hit people. And if they don't, I'm going to find somebody that will.
Coach, I don't think I could have picked a more exciting first game opponent. A team that wants to run a lot of plays. Just like y'all, I made the joke last night, there might be 100 plays between the two of you at least in this. So it's going to be high-powered offense between both teams.
Well, I'll be honest, I hope not. You talked about fireworks too. I know we got to have a firework, deal. I just hope it's not on the field. Just going back and forth. I hate those type of games, but it could possibly be that. Anytime you have a new defense, they got a new defensive coordinator. Of course, we got a new defensive coordinator. We got a new head coach. There's some pieces that have to gel fast. So we hope we can limit our mistakes. But it's definitely gonna be exciting. Our offense, they want to go fast. Of course, the hatch attack, they go fast. So we just got to do a good job on our end, knowing when to go fast, when to slow it down. Try to play some complementary football, make some plays in the special teams game. Just try to change that field position for us, where it gives us an opportunity to win the ball game.
So I'm Chase Jefferson, the Wolves Sports Network. I know during the Joel Taylor show last night, you kind of touched on the different challenges you have in recruiting due to us not being able to participate in the postseason this year.
Yeah.
But what's your message to the players that are already here, especially to the overall team heading into Saturday? What are you telling them now that reminds them that this season is still valuable and it's just as important as a season where you do have the postseason? There's
no doubt, man. At the end of the day, you play each game to win, right? And we can still win the conference championship. That's our main goal. We may not can't win a national championship, but we can win a conference championship, and we want to win every game. We want to go 11-0, right? If that happens, that'd be awesome, right? At the end of the day, man, we want to go compete each and every day. I think we, sometimes forget that we have the opportunity to play this great game. So just being out there, to go out there and compete and get better every day, build relationships, make plays, stuff like that, man. I think, when you have that opportunity, man, I think it's always going to be good. Doesn't matter what's at the end, it's what's in front of me right now.
Adrian Jefferson from Bull Sports Network. So yesterday during the Coach Taylor show, you also highlighted and revealed the news that you gave Devin Wadner the biggest role potentially in West Georgia football history, making the first official start in the first official D1 game. Can you put more emphasis on what led you to make that decision and entrusting him with such a big role?
Yeah, man. Davin actually came with Coach Stevens from Ole Miss, so he had a very familiarity with the offense, which is good for him. But just seeing Davin, from day one to now, to see the growth that he has, there's no doubt his ability. I mean, he has a big arm, and actually, he moves really well. For a big guy, does a good job of extending the pocket. But I think the thing that really kind of pushed me over the edge, starting him over Quincy, was I just think he had a really, really good relationship with his teammates, right? Not saying Quincy doesn't, I just thought he had a better one. And that's something that he's worked at throughout spring, throughout summer, and also in camp, man. Those guys kind of gravitate towards Davin. And both of them are really, really talented. And like I said, that was the hardest decision I had to make as a head coach, because that's going to be the person that's going to lead us. But like I said, Quincy, he'll have a role, and he'll see the field as well.
Named your captains today, Coach. Talk a little bit. Speaking of Davin, I think Malik Charles, Sam Regina, Rajay Mosley, Jabron Claude, those are your captains. What went into that process and kind of leading these 90-plus young men each day in the locker room? Yeah.
That was a little bit easier than starting quarterback. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, I think we picked a really good group of young men. We also picked we picked our leaders, but we also picked our leadership council. But the leaders are going to lead us, each and every day. I'll start with kind of Jabron Claude. Jabron Claude, since I've been here, man, I've never seen Jabron have a bad day. And that's unbelievable. He comes with a whole bunch of energy. I told Jabron when I first met him, I thought he was fake. There's no way a guy's this dang on jolly. Ain't no way. And he's done a phenomenal job, man, of learning the playbook. I think he's going to be a good player for us. The kids gravitate towards him, man. If you're going to go to a party, you bring Jabron, right? He's going to get the party started, So Jabron is awesome, man, and he's really grown as a person and as a player. The next guy, man, I think Sam Regina. Since day one, man, since I've been here, all Sam do is work. He's one of the hardest working, guys on our team, and he does a really good job on campus and in the community. He's a part of SAC. He's a part of Blue Coats organization on our campus, man, which is huge. He does a phenomenal job. He's not a big rah-rah guy, but when he speaks, people listen. Because they know he's worked his family over. He deserves the right to speak, and he's going to be a really good football player, man. Like Sam, people don't know yet. They're getting ready to find out. Sam's a really good football player. And then you have Davin. Like I said, I think Davin, just his relationship with his teammates and being a leader, of our team, being the quarterback, I just thought that was an easy fit. And then you have Rajay Mosley. Rajay, man, really, really good player, man. Probably one of the better running backs I've been around in a long time, man. He's a competitor. I love that about him, man. He don't care. One thing he told me was, we was bringing in transfers and stuff like that, and he was like, "Yeah, coach, hey, bring the best guy. Shoot, I recruit him." You know what I mean? So he's not afraid of competition, man. So I love that about him. Did I mention everybody? I mentioned Sam. I mentioned Jabron, and Malik Charles. Malik Charles, man. Ever since he's been here, man, he's been a gem, man. He's not a rah-rah guy either. But when people speak, when he speaks, people listen, man. He's going to be a really good player for us. He's a young man that actually never played high school football, never, right? He's 6'4", 260 dang pounds, and when you talk about his potential, his potential is dang on through the roof, and he's learning every single day and getting better every single day with the tutelage of Coach Sumner Ellis. So he's going to be a really good player and a really good leader for us. Awesome.
All right, Coach, let's talk more about Samford this week. What do you see specific on both sides of the ball that might pose some challenges on Saturday? Yeah, well, I'm going to start on the offense side of the ball. I'm a defensive guy. But I think Hatch does a really nice job with his quarterbacks, man. The quarterback that he's going to start, I'm worried about him. I think that kid has been in that offense, I think, for the last 2 years. He's been waiting for his opportunity. He's a young man that actually started and won a playoff game.
So he has that type of ability. And then they can run the football. So the one thing I think Hatch does a really good job is he keeps defenses honest with his quarterback run game, because he's adding an extra hat in the box. So you got to add an extra hat in the box. So that kid can get loose on you really, really quick, and he can extend plays. So when you're talking about you got a guy corralled and he can extend a play, man, now the defense got to cover a little bit longer. So those are some of the things that I worry about. I do think, Hatch, Samford, they are rebuilding their offense. Some of the key players that they had for a long time. They had number 20, Slayton. It felt like Slayton was there for like 7 years when I was at Mercer. It was like, man, we got to play this kid again. But he was a really, really good running back for him. So it'd be interesting to kind of see who replaces him. At the wide receiver spots, he lost it's number 80. He was a good player last year. They lost him. And now, you're trying to figure out who's that guy going to be. But as long as they got the quarterback, I think they'll be pretty good. And offensive line, they've always been solid. Defensively, really not sure what we're going to see. I know what to expect. Okay, I think that defensive coordinator got a lot of respect for him. Got a chance to watch some of his teams at Tennessee Tech. They were top 25 overall defensive team last year, I think. So I know they're going to play hard. I know they're going to be disciplined. I know they're going to be well coached. Okay, I know that. And then they got a stud of a Mike linebacker, number 5. I think he's a really good player. He's been a good player in the SoCon for the last 2 or 3 years, man. So I know he's a really good player, and he's going to be in the middle of that defense. So he's going to get the defensive line going. He's going to get the DBs going. So they got some good things going on that side of the ball. And I know some of their coaches as well. They're a good friend of mine, man. So I know that they're being coached right.
Coach, it'd be nice to get a good crowd for the first Division I game. What's your message to the fans and the students?
Oh, man. Hey, it's going to be an exciting brand of football. Right? We're going to do it the right way. We're going to play hard, and we're going to make you proud. Come out and support us, and we're going to come out and support you as well. All right? Well, we appreciate our fans that come.
All right, Coach, we're good. Thanks.